Ah, the classic garage startup story. The one that has inspired countless dreamers and innovators to believe that they too can turn their humble beginnings into a global empire. A tale as old as time itself, or at least as old as the modern tech era, or at least as old as Silicon Valley, the birthplace of so many legendary companies that started in a garage. It's a story we've all heard, a couple of scrappy underdogs, armed with nothing but a dream and a rusty toolbox, toil away in their garage, fueled by ramen noodles and the unwavering belief in their revolutionary idea. They work late into the night, coding, building, and brainstorming, driven by the hope that their hard work will one day pay off. Their genius goes unnoticed, until boom, they strike gold. Suddenly, their once obscure idea becomes the next big thing, capturing the attention of investors and the public alike. World domination, IPOs, and awkward high fives all around. Their company goes public and they become overnight sensations, celebrated as the new titans of the tech world. But let's be honest, folks, this romanticized narrative is often far from the truth. This narrative is about as realistic as a unicorn riding a Roomba through a drive-thru. The reality of building a successful startup is much more complex and challenging. Don't get me wrong, starting a business is tough. It requires immense dedication, resilience, and a willingness to face countless obstacles. But the idea that these tech titans just materialized out of thin air, armed with nothing but sweat equity and a healthy dose of caffeine, that's a myth that oversimplifies the true journey of entrepreneurship. That's about as believable as a politician refusing a bribe. The real story involves strategic planning, networking, securing funding, and often a bit of luck. So while the Garage to Glory gospel is inspiring, let's not forget the real grit and grind behind those success stories. Not quite. Take Amazon, for instance. The story goes that Jeff Bezos started the e-commerce behemoth in his garage back in 1994. While it's true that Amazon's humble beginnings involved a makeshift office in Bezos's garage, let's not forget that Bezos wasn't exactly a struggling college dropout. He was a Wall Street hotshot who quit his cushy job to pursue his online bookstore dream. He also had a cool $300,000 in seed money from his parents. Not exactly chump change, eh?
And what about those early Amazon employees? Were they just a ragtag bunch of neighborhood teenagers I recruited with the promise of pizza and stock options? Not quite. Many were highly skilled professionals lured away from established tech companies by, you guessed it, competitive salaries and those sweet, sweet stock options.
Or consider Hewlett-Packard, another supposed garage-born giant. The year was 1939. The setting? A one-car garage in Palo Alto, California. The product? An audio oscillator. The reality? Well, the garage part is true. They even rented the place for a whopping $5 a month. But to say these guys were winging it would be like saying a Tesla runs on hopes and dreams.
Hewlett had a master's degree in electrical engineering from Stanford. Packard, his former classmate, wasn't exactly a slouch either. They had guidance from Stanford professors, access to university resources, and a network of brilliant minds. Their success wasn't just about soldering irons and late nights. It was about having the right knowledge, the right connections, and the right support system.
Let's talk about funding, shall we? Because you know what's not in most garages? A vault overflowing with venture capital. Yet somehow, these plucky startups managed to secure millions, even billions in funding. It's almost as if they had access to resources and connections that your average Joe Schmo tinkering with a circuit board in his basement could only dream of.
The truth is, many of these garage startups were on the radar of venture capitalists and angel investors from the get-go. They had impressive pedigrees, promising ideas, and a knack for attracting attention and money. These weren't just random investments. They were calculated bets on companies with the potential for massive returns.
So why do we cling to this romanticized notion of the garage startup?
Well, for starters, it's a damn good story. It's the quintessential underdog narrative. It's David versus Goliath, except David is armed with a laptop and Goliath is a multinational corporation. We love to root for the little guy, especially when the little guy invents the next iPhone.
But there's more to it than just a feel-good story. The myth of the self-made billionaire, the one who pulled themselves up by their bootstraps and built an empire from nothing but grit and determination, is incredibly seductive. It reinforces the idea that anyone can achieve success with enough hard work and a sprinkle of ingenuity. It's the American dream, digitized and repackaged for the tech age. Now, before you ditch your business plan and resign yourself to a life of quiet mediocrity, let's be clear. I'm not saying that starting a business in your garage is impossible. I'm also not saying that hard work, talent, and a bit of luck don't play a role in entrepreneurial success. They absolutely do. But let's not kid ourselves about the full picture. The reality is, building a successful business, whether it starts in a garage, a dorm room, or a swanky office building, is a complex and multifaceted endeavor. It requires more than just a brilliant idea. It requires a deep understanding of your market, a solid business plan, a strong team, and yes, a little bit of luck. Remember those connections we talked about earlier? They're not just about securing funding. They're about accessing knowledge, advice, and support from people who've been there, done that, and maybe even ironed the t-shirt.
Mentors, advisors, industry peers. They can provide invaluable insights, guidance, and the occasional much-needed pep talk.
Building a strong network takes time and effort, but it's one of the most valuable investments an entrepreneur can make. Attend industry events, join online communities, reach out to people you admire. You'd be surprised how willing people are to share their experiences and offer advice. Timing, as they say, is everything. And in the world of startups, it can mean the difference between a billion-dollar success and a cautionary tale told over lukewarm beer at a networking event. The market needs to be ready for your product or service. You need to ride the right wave of technological advancement, consumer demand, and economic conditions. No amount of hard work or genius can overcome a market that's not ready. Think of it like trying to sell ice to Eskimos. Sure, you might find a few takers, but it's not exactly a sustainable business model. The power of adaptability and innovation. The tech landscape is constantly evolving. What worked yesterday might be obsolete tomorrow. To survive and thrive in this ever-changing environment, startups need to be adaptable, agile, and constantly innovating. They need to be willing to pivot, iterate, and sometimes even scrap their original vision entirely.
Think of it like this. The garage might be where the journey begins, but it's certainly not where it ends. Successful startups are the ones that can break free from the confines of their initial ideas and adapt to the ever-changing demands of the market.
Section 10. The importance of hard work and perseverance. Okay, I know what you're thinking. John, are you saying that all this talk about garages and bootstrapping is just a bunch of hogwash? That hard work doesn't matter? Hold your horses, folks. I'm not saying that at all. Hard work, dedication, and the unwavering belief in your vision are essential ingredients in the recipe for success.
But here's the thing. Hard work alone is not enough. It's like trying to bake a cake with just flour and water. You might end up with something that vaguely resembles a cake, but it's not going to win any culinary awards. You need the right ingredients, the right tools, and the right recipe to create something truly special.
So, you want to be the next tech titan? So, what's the takeaway from all of this? What does it really mean to aspire to be the next tech titan in today's fast-paced, ever-evolving world? Should you just give up on your entrepreneurial dreams and buy a lottery ticket instead? Absolutely not. The journey to becoming a tech titan is not about luck, but about perseverance, vision, and relentless effort. But let's be realistic about the challenges ahead. The road to success is paved with obstacles, and it's crucial to be prepared for the ups and downs. Building a successful business is hard work. It demands long hours, sleepless nights, and a level of dedication that goes beyond the ordinary. It requires more than just a good idea and a garage to put it in. The myth of the garage startup is romantic, but the reality is far more complex. It requires a deep understanding of your market, a solid business plan, a strong team, and a clear vision of where you want to go. And yes, a little bit of luck. But luck favors the prepared mind, and preparation is within your control. But here's the good news. While you can't control the market or predict the future, you can influence your own destiny through your actions. You can control your own actions, your own preparation, and your own willingness to learn and adapt. These are the true determinants of success. Invest in your knowledge. Read extensively, attend courses, and stay updated with the latest trends in your industry. Focus on building a great product. Innovation and quality should be at the heart of everything you do. Finding the right market fit is crucial. Listen to your customers, understand their needs, and tailor your offerings accordingly. And surround yourself with talented and passionate people. A strong, motivated team can make all the difference in achieving your goals. Remember, the journey to becoming a tech titan is a marathon, not a sprint. Stay focused, stay committed, and keep pushing forward. The future is full of possibilities. With the right mindset and determination, you can turn your dreams into reality. The real secret sauce, a mix of luck, grit, and a little bit of magic. This chapter delves into the essence of what truly drives success in the unpredictable world of startups. The truth is, there's no magic formula for startup success. It's a blend of various elements, each playing a crucial role in the journey. If there were, everyone would be driving flying cars and vacationing on Mars. But reality is far more complex and fascinating. It's a messy, unpredictable, and often exhilarating journey filled with highs and lows, triumphs and setbacks. Each challenge faced and each victory celebrated adds to the rich tapestry of the entrepreneurial experience. But it's also a journey that can be incredibly rewarding both personally and professionally. The satisfaction of seeing your vision come to life is unparalleled.
So go forth, budding entrepreneurs. Embrace the unknown and dive into the adventure with enthusiasm and determination. Embrace the chaos, learn from the mistakes of others, and don't be afraid to make your own. Each misstep is a lesson in disguise. And never ever underestimate the importance of a good cup of coffee. It fuels late-night brainstorming sessions and early morning strategy meetings. And hey, if you happen to start your billion-dollar company in your garage, more power to you. Many great companies have humble beginnings. Just don't forget to mention the venture capitalists, the supportive parents, and the mentors who guided you. Their support is often the unsung hero of many success stories, and the countless others who helped you along the way. Building a successful startup is rarely a solo endeavor. After all, even unicorns need a little help sometimes. Remember, it's the mix of luck, grit, and a little bit of magic that makes the journey worthwhile.